All right. All right, you can share the link. Tell somebody to tell somebody that Dr. Okel, the Overflow Life is up, is live. We'll just give a few more minutes to see if we can still get the Instagram running. I don't know why that is not coming up. A few more minutes and we'll hit it. All right. Let's see, probably will come up as we progress. Okay. You're welcome to this call, live call with Dr. Oke, Overflow Live. The Overflow channel, we'll have Overflow channel on YouTube, the Overflow Live with Dr. Oke, that's been on for some months. But this is the first live we're having on social media. You're welcome to the live session today. I'm thrilled to have you. A kickoff of a series that is to come, some conversation we'll have. For those who are seeing this for the first time, on the Overflow channel, we have various topics that we have treated. What we try to do is to bring to surface some issues that will help us enjoy our life and live a better life. I have to look to be sure all the platforms are getting me. I'm not sure which is not connected at this time, but I think Instagram is not up, just to be sure nobody is left out in it. Okay, so for 2025 is going to be a beautiful year. We know so, because our path is meant to shine brighter and brighter onto a glorious day as believers that we are, if you're a Christian. And so I want to look at, in this episode, this life, we're looking at the growth that feedback brings to us, the growth that feedback can give to us as individuals. And we're looking at the conversation to build on what we've seen in 2024, how we can build capacity from the lessons we learned in 2024. So we can do better in 2025. So the feedback we got from 2024 will help us do better in 2025. So feedback is we all know what feedback is. Feedback is a good thing. However, because it makes us vulnerable, makes us feel small, make us feel naked and exposed, most people don't like feedback. But today we're going to take our time to look at the growth that we can get if we're patient enough, if we're ready to sit down and see what feedback can do for us. And in doing that, we're going to look at the acronym for the word feedback. Actually, I want to call it feed forward, not feedback. But it feedback really because you're looking back at what had happened to see what can take you forward. So it's a feedback that feeds you forward, if we can say that. And so we're looking at feedback, FEEDBACK. And each of the letter is going to give us what we stand to benefit from feedback. And if you have not shared the link, I will encourage you to share the link at this time so that we can get more people on board. And this, because it's going to be a very impactful one we're having today. All right, so let's unpack what feedback is. I would say feedback is a gift. If unwrapped properly, if you receive feedback and you unwrap it properly, it's meant to be a gift to make you do better. Even in organizations where you work, you have things like appraisal that is done quarterly, yearly, in whatever form. Some yearly, it can be quarterly. All it just tries to do is to kind of spotlight to you what you're doing and help you see the places of weakness where you can grow, what you can improve on, and do better in it. That's what it tries to do for you. So feedback is not a bad thing. So each of the later, we're going to look at it and see what we can learn from that. And the first letter that we'll have from feedback is F, which is foster. But I would like to say that we're going to use the story of Peter in the Bible to drive home the point of what feedback can do for us if we're open to growth, if we're open to accept what feedback is meant to do for us. And we know the story of Peter. He denied Jesus. That's a popular thing that they say about him. He denied Jesus 3 times. When the cock crowed, he denied Jesus. And after then, he repented, and Peter did a great job after then because he received good. So we're going to take that along and look at what we're doing. So the first thing we'll look at is foster. Feedback foster culture of personal growth, because if you're ready, if you're open to receive feedback, positive feedback in a way, you will be able to see the areas of weakness where you're not doing well and plan to improve on that, which is what this call is about. For us to look at what our life was in 2024, what are the things that happened in our life? Are there things we need to improve on so we can work on those areas? I just want to make sure we are all here. So each letter, like I said, we're going to look at each letter, and the first letter is foster, which is can give you like a culture of personal growth and continuous improvement if we're ready to look at it. So I'll ask you to reflect on 2024. What is it that happened in 2024 in your life that you feel can be better in 2025, going forward in 2025? If we look at the life of Peter's denial was a moment of failure. Just like every one of us will have moments when we're down, and we'll just try to get ourselves up, encourage ourselves, and move on. While some may not be able to do that without a push, without someone nudging them to go on. But you're not meant to sit back when you fall, if there's any reason for you to fall or you get down. So Peter's response, Jesus' response to Peter fostered a culture of growth and restoration for him, because after resurrection, Jesus gently restored Peter. You remember when he asked him, Peter, do you love me? And Peter was getting irritated when he asked, do you love me? Yes, I love you. Peter, do you love me? And he said, yes. He said, feed my sheep. So Jesus commanded him to go on and feed the sheep. This environment created like a safe place for Peter to begin to reflect, to learn, and move on with his life. So after that, his experience, he learned. He grew up, he learned, and was able to pursue purpose and did all the great work that he did after the death of Jesus. So we can see from that if feedback is properly received, it can deliver to us care, it can deliver to us growth in certain area of our life, especially where concerned, even when we have made mistakes. So it will encourage us to try and move on with renewed strength and do better after then, just like Peter did. So I have a reflective question for you here. What happened in 2025 that created a safe space for you, or didn't create safe space for you to grow, just like Peter did? You can share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's see what happened to you in 2024. You're welcome. I can see people joining in. Nice to have you. So take out time and just think about it in 2024. Is there anything that happened and you felt vulnerable? You didn't have the safe space like Jesus did for Peter to grow? Is there something like that happened for you? You can get better with that in 2025. And the next word for feedback, we've done F, which is foster. Foster a safe environment for you to be able to forge ahead. We'll have engagement. Feedback can boost personal engagement because you have opportunity to look at things that you didn't do well, to look at area of weakness and what you didn't do well. So you can put your effort into recognizable activities where you can put in value and do better for yourself. And so it can help you engage in it. So if we reflect in 2024, in it. What are the things that need extra attention in our life? What are those things that we need to do better in? Feedback will enable us to engage in those things and have them better. We can acknowledge potential where we have possible motivation. Like for Peter, Jesus helped him to get him back on his feet. So if you have potential to achieve anything that you're doing, and you see that there's some sort of weakness or anything in it, you'll be able to give it the necessary attention by engaging in it and do better with it. So for Peter, after being restored, Peter became deeply engaged in his mission work. He was ready to fuel his passion, pursue the passion, whatever it is that he needed to do, just because he was back on his feet. So he did better in his work because of that. So for us in our work, is he as a career person? Is he as a mother? Is he as a wife? Whatever job you're doing, if you're able to sit back and look at the things you have done in 2029, you'll be able to engage yourself and do better in it. So you engage in it. If we say we should take a poll at this point and engage and see, in 2024, did you have areas where you had constructive feedback? Did you look for it? Did you seek for feedback? Or did you get feedback without requesting for? Because we'll have some people who are really good at that. They give you feedback that you didn't ask for. Some are delivered right, some are not delivered right. But in whatever way it comes, we can find joy in receiving feedback. That's what this is about. So take out time and think about it. What are the environments that you're working in? What can you do differently? If you have people who give genuine feedback, if you're someone who is big on growth, you will want to hear from those people what it feels like. Did I do well in this? What can I improve on? You engage in it and you can do better. Okay. So what feedback help you? You can put that in the comment section. What feedback help you feel more connected to your personal goal in 2024? If you have goals, what are those feedback that made you do better in 2024? And the next E you have for feedback, we've done F, we've done E. The other E is empowerment. So feedback empower you by providing clarity and direction for you. Is there anything that you're doing that if you don't have feedback, the way feedback runs is it tells you your progress, what you're doing. So if you have that, it can tell you, okay, I can continue on this path I'm on, or I should change from this path. I should do better, or I should double my effort, or I should slow down. That's what feedback does for you. So it empowers you. It provides you with clarity of direction for you to know what to do. If we look at the story of Peter that we're using to run this, Peter's failure, could have left him disqualified. It could have made him feel small because of what he had done, knowing that he had denied Jesus. Even little maid that told him, I know you, and he just said, no, no be me, I'm not the one. He denied. He could have felt so, but Jesus entrusted him with the charge when he told him, feed my sheep, signaling that Peter's capacity to grow was seen by Jesus, was magnified for him, and Peter stepped into that to be the leader that he was actually called to be. So if we don't shy away from taking correction, if we don't shy away from reviewing how we're doing, what we're doing, if we're doing well, then we can experience growth in what we're doing. So it empowers us, it will broaden our capacity, extend our borders, and be able to do better. So empowering feedback highlights our potential and give us the confidence that we need for us to move to the next level of growth in what we're doing, because it will help us take meaningful action. And so we shouldn't shy away from that. Can we recall any time when feedback had helped us in 2024 to tackle a situation where instead of shrinking back, we came forward, which is the feed forward I was saying? You got the feedback and you came forward. You can share your story also in the comment section. So you can go back and, just stop, take some time and think about this and write. The next word we're going to look at there is development. Feedback is roadmap for personal growth and development. What habits and skills do for us is it haunts our capacity to do things. So if you have feedback and you're able to know the areas where you're weak, areas where you need more attention, you'll be able to grow and do better. So we can say feedback would help us to on our skills, redefine things that we know we're not doing here, help us focus on the things that we need to give attention to. And those areas, we will now focus on them going forward, which is the feed forward in 2025, and we'll do better. Through the process of failing, receiving feedback, and honing our skills and trying to work on it, we get better. Peter, for instance, he got feedback from Jesus. There was a Jesus movie. When you watch the movie, you see that the third time when Peter denied Jesus, he locked glance with Jesus. At that time, it was as if he just received the feedback of all. And Peter went crying and really crying and feeling bad about what he had done. So because he received the feedback, he was able to move past his fears and went on to do great things. So he proclaimed the gospel, did all that because he moved past that. In 2024, for you, are there times when you had to, push past your fear? Just push past your fear to be able to push to the area you want to be in. That is growth. There's a saying where they say that do it afraid. I think Joyce Meyer was the one that made that popular. She said, just go on, do it afraid. So it means fear shouldn't hold you down in what you want to do. You should push past that and do it afraid. Just go on and do it afraid. All right, so you can share your skill. You can continue to hone your skill in what you're doing, whatever you're doing, because of the feedback that you have received. And so we move on to the next letter, which is building. Feedback will help you build stronger connection and a better version of yourself, because it helps you to reflect on your areas of weakness, and you are moved on to be able to look at the areas of strength. These areas I'm good. I should pay attention to the things that are not doing so well for you. Whatever the thing is, you can get specific on that. For instance, if you have goals that are set for you, that you're going to be a business analyst, or what's this common one, that the cyber security, or any of the tech, whatever you want to do, you set goals for yourself, what you're going to do, and you begin to pursue them. If you have goals that are set and you're not able to achieve them within the time frame that you are, it's only feedback that will make you know that I should have achieved this by now. I've not been able to do that. So what held me back? So you sit back and look at what the issues are for you to be able to address them, and then you can do better. But when you don't have feedback, you're not even looking at it, you're not accountable to yourself or to anyone in a team, you won't be able to achieve that. Jesus' feedback to Peter made him stronger. Peter was called the rock. Jesus called him the rock. He said, upon this rock I'll build my church. So Peter did well afterwards because his capacity increased and he built on the feedback that he received. So he became stronger, and his experience of failure didn't hold him back. He pushed past that and did well with him. So what feedback would you say you will receive in 2024 that will make you push on? You will do it afraid. You will build on for you to do better. And the other letter after B is A, accountability. I'll stop here to say that accountability is something that a lot of people struggle for. I still am working on that. My husband tells me that every time. I'm working on that, on being accountable, being able to give detail of what you're doing at every point in time. And it's not because someone wants to, be over you and watch over what you're doing, but you just know that is a responsibility you own for you to be accountable to stakeholders. We'll have a video on the YouTube channel that talks about accountability to stakeholders. Stakeholders are people who are affected by whatever you're doing. So being accountable will help you to clarify expectation. Of course, we've said it will foster self-discipline in you. You know, I need to do this. So if you spend time to reflect on your actions, you will be able to tell, am I doing it right? Am I not doing it right? And because you have expectation, different people who are the stakeholders have expectation of what you should be doing. You'll be able to tell whether you're doing it well, you're doing it right, or you're not doing it right. Because actions that you take leave trails. We also have a video on the YouTube channel that talks about how our actions leave trails. Whatever action you take has like a ripple effect. It doesn't just stop with you because you have done what you've done. Some other people are affected with it. So if we still look at Peter's story demonstrates accountability through Jesus' direct yet loving feedback that he gave to Peter. By asking Peter to reaffirm his love for him, Jesus held him accountable to his calling and helped him realign with his purpose. So if you have people who you are accountable to, it helps you to stay focused on what your call is, what your goals are. And that's why it's good for us to have mentors. Having mentors, is a mentor in your life is a beautiful thing. And you may have different mentors. You have mentor if you're a married person, have a couple you can bounce your thoughts on what you have. For your career, you have mentor is just somebody who has gone through the path that you are on, have done well on that path. So you can have a mentor for your finance, your financial management. You can have a mentor for your marriage life. You can have a mentor for raising children. And mentor in any area of your life, you just have somebody that you're talking to, and that is being accountable. So you can always bounce ideas with such a person to know what to do. If where you are you're doing well, if it is better, if you can do better in what you're doing. So feedback will help us stay accountable. It will help us stay with our goal, stay focused, and make us responsible, not to act in irresponsible way. And at any point in time where there are attractive alternatives that can be some form of distraction for us, you have someone you're accountable to, you'll be able to stay on with that. So we can look back at our 2024. Are there areas in our lives where we fell out from this? We were not accountable, and we need to be accountable in it. So you can go back, like feedback that you get, and know that you need to be accountable for the actions that you're taking. It makes you responsible, and it makes you do better. And the other one after accountability is collaboration. Collaboration will strengthen your relationship with others, because nobody is an island. God didn't create us to live our life alone. So we are planted in different places. You have teams, be it in the office, be it in the church, you're planted in a community. You just have people around. There's nobody that can do life alone. You can't. Even if you're the CEO of a company, you need people down to the cleaners. You need people to be with you to work. So there's collaboration that you need for you to be able to achieve what you want. So reflect on how in 2024 were there areas where you were to collaborate with people and it didn't go well. You can get back and just find out what the issues were. Why is it that you could not collaborate with others and get things done? Because we are all meant to work with one another and achieve goal. So be a key player in a team. If you have a team, you should be a key player. Be the run-to person. Be the person that everyone can say, yes, I know if I bounce this off with her, it's good. If it's a team and the person is in the team, they are happy to have you in the team and work well with you. If you're not doing well, nobody will want to have you in their team. So collaboration will help. And we see this in Peter's transformation. his collaboration with others, he became a key leader among the disciples, working closely with them to spread the gospel. And this was what happened in the early church. They were able to go to places and preach the gospel because of the transformation that he got from the feedback that he had and collaboration. So you can strengthen your relationship, foster collaboration with others, and you will be able to achieve the goals that are set, either for you as an individual or as a team that you're on. So think about in 2024, what feedback helped you work better in a collaboration that you had in a team? In what way did that bring clarity to your personal goal or even the goal that you have in your team? That will help you in 2024. And the last word for feedback is knowledge. Knowledge. Feedback provides valuable knowledge. Like we have said, always said, if you reflect on the insights that you gained in 2024, you were able to know that there are places, there are areas of your life where you need to do better. And so the knowledge you have gained from 2024 will be able to guide you to do, to take the necessary steps to do that. Peter, that denied Jesus, he was restored. There was restoration that was given to him, and he had great insight on what not to do again. You can imagine the Peter that denied Jesus some days back when Jesus was being arrested, when he was taken up to Pontius Pilate, and he stood up before the same people he ran away from to proclaim the same Jesus that he denied some days back. So it means he had knowledge after then, he had grown capacity, he knew what to do, and his weakness he had seen and he improved on them, and he did better. And after then, we never read anywhere in the Bible that Peter was ashamed to say what was right or didn't have what it took to do that, to do what is right. So we can see from it all that when we gain knowledge, we are able to increase our capacity and ability to handle even tougher things. So you are able to handle tougher things because you have knowledge and you've increased your capacity. What is the most valuable piece of feedback that you got in 2024? You can share that in the comment section for us to discuss. But overall, in Peter's journey, we see that failure did not hold him back. So failure should not hold you back. When you fall, usually I say anyone that falls, when you get down, just look around and just see, why did this happen? What can I do differently? And then you can move on from then. Or all you need to do is just to ensure it doesn't happen again, because you have learned from it that for you to be able to stop that from it happening again. So you step on and use your failure as stepping stones to move on. And as long as you have the willingness and you're open to feedback, you'll be able to increase your capacity. You'll be able to, to grow. So by embracing feedback like Peter did, you'll be able to turn moments of weakness into strength and do better by having great impact wherever you find yourself. Peter's story is a very good one that illustrates this to us in any way that you look at it. Feedback should bring us joy because we see it as a gift, so we can use it to get better in what we do. Feedback should be received with joy, and so you do better because you have received that. As we step into 2025, looking at 2024, the things that you've done, the lessons that you've learned from 2024, if you have not learned any lesson, then there will be no change, because if you continue to do the same thing the way you've been doing it, you will get the same result. But that wouldn't be, because the way life is, life does not just happen. You make plans, you execute plans, and you become successful. But if you choose not to make plans or execute those plans that you have, it means you just wake up every day, whatever life brings to you, you just take that and move on in life. You're not going to be successful at anything. You'll just be going like shifting shadow. You're just floating all around. That will not work for you. There's nobody that achieves success in life by just going about that way. So you need to sit down, plan what you want to do, draw up the plan, and have step by step what you're going to do to achieve those plans for 2025 to be successful. 2025 is going to be a great year, but we need to make plans. In subsequent videos that we'll have on the YouTube channel, or we're talking about how to draw up plans, how to follow through with your plans, how to be accountable, and have mentors and people that can help you push you on the right path for you to do what is right. This is our first live. We'll be having many more, so you can share with people and let others know that Dr. Oke of the Overflow Life was on with this, and share the link. This will be saved and uploaded also in the YouTube channel. So we take it as feedback. What have we learned? Feedback is a gift. We should receive it with joy, and it should be like a stepping stone for us into something better, because it helps us to see our weakness. We get better with what we have not done well, and we learn from those weaknesses that we have, and we do better. Except we're ready to review what we have done, grow on them, there's no way we can make impact or do better going forward. And so that is the end of this. Let's see if we have questions. Let me see if we have any question. Let me see if we have questions. You can post the question there. I'm not seeing any question. Okay, but the conversation we can keep the conversation going. Let me see. I'm not seeing any in the comment section. Yeah, so that is the end of this first view. Sorry about I think the Instagram did not eventually connect. We'll see to that. It will be better next time. That's what feedback. When we get the feedback, we'll work on it and see what went wrong, what didn't we do right, and we improve on that going forward. All right, that's all. Remember to like, to share, tag someone, let someone know that we had a live call with the Overflow family. And if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, just go to the YouTube and check it out, the Overflow Life with Dr. Oke. And we'll have videos that are uploaded weekly. We'll have posts, encouraging posts that can help us live a better life. What we do as a personal development coach and a family life therapist, I bring to surface topical issues. We talk about things that can help us improve our lives and do better while at it, and enjoy ourselves. That is the important thing. We need to enjoy this life. It's only one life. As we're living the life, we need to enjoy the life and do better while we're doing that. All right, until I come into your space another time, this is Dr. Oke of the Overflow Life signing off. Thank you for joining me on this call, and I hope you join the next time we have another call. Sorry about the technical issues that we have. It will only get better with us. Thank you, and bye. Bye-bye.